Okay, let's get right into this. As we start out the beginning of the month, the Sun and Mercury are both in Aries, which is your 11th house, Gemini. On April 1st, Mercury, or the Magician, goes retrograde in Aries, in your 11th house. Now, this prompts a period of reevaluation and introspection. That's what retrogrades do, is they give us the opportunity to revisit the themes that, in this instance, Mercury has already been touching on as it's been going through Aries. Now it's stopped, and we have to go and reevaluate and reassess these things that we've just experienced with a different perspective. Something about that is significant and important in our lives. So Mercury retrograde in your 11th house brings that introspection, that reassessment to your communication. Mercury is about communication, and specifically in your 11th house, this is about your social circles and your group dynamics, or your friends, or any kind of organization or group that you belong to. Now, a few days later, on April 4th, Venus, or the Empress, also moves into this Aries house, your 11th house. Venus brings with it, to this period of energy into your friendship circles, it brings out more friendships and more social connections, which are infused with this dynamic energy and assertiveness of Aries, and it can foster a desire for excitement or for independence within some sort of group activity or collective endeavor. You might be experiencing the need to stand out from the crowd, or to show up as a leader in the crowd, to show how you have some ability to stand out from the crowd but offer something to the collective. Now on April 8th, the moon, or the high priestess, will have also moved into this Aries party. When the moon and the sun are conjunct or in the same sign, and specifically near the same degree of that sign, this is a new moon. And new moons are times for new starts, new beginnings, fresh opportunities to try something a different way. So specifically for you, Gemini rising, with this new moon in your 11th house, or your house of hopes, aspirations, dreams, as well as friendships and social networks, this is inspiring you to pursue your aspirations with a lot more confidence and a lot more zeal than you may have had before, a lot more vitality and vigor than you may have had before. Use this new moon energy to cultivate meaningful connections with like-minded individuals, Gemini. This is a good time for you to actively engage in group activities. Things, especially group activities, that foster personal growth and fulfillment on your part, Gemini rising. Okay, just as we hit this peak of energy here in Aries in your 11th house, on the 19th, the sun moves on into Taurus. This illuminates your hidden talents. This also, the sun here, shining its light on the 12th house, on the house of secrets and isolation, can encourage introspection on matters relating to your self-worth and your inner resources. So hidden talents, things that you may keep close to you, but might benefit other people if you actually let someone else in, or something that will definitely benefit you if you let someone in on the secret, or allow somebody to, allow yourself to be seen, and allow yourself to feel worthy that you have these hidden talents, or you have these hidden desires that can help not just you but others. On April 23rd, the moon, or the high priestess, will have made its way all the way around to Scorpio. Scorpio is the opposite of Taurus, and for you, Gemini rising, that's your 6th house opposing your 12th house. So this is a full moon when the sun and the moon are opposing each other. That's when we have full moons, and that intense full moon energy is these two energies illuminating two different parts of your life and pulling apart, trying to separate, creating conflict and tension. So for you, Gemini rising, this full moon can bring out a period where your inner reflection and your emotional intensity collide with each other. This is urging you to confront your subconscious patterns that can affect your daily routines and especially your health regimens. So during this full moon energy, really harness the power of introspection, of deep analysis, and be ready to release and to transform any hidden emotions that you could use as fuel for your healing and for your personal growth. This can really cultivate a renewed sense of vitality and balance in your body, in your mind, and in your spirit, Gemini rising. The past 15 or so years that we as Gem risings, and I am one of those too, that we had Pluto in the 8th house, and not going to get into that, but you can go through my playlists and watch my Pluto and You video for more about that. I'll try to remember to link it when I'm editing this, but we Gemini risings, we just went through an intense amount of emotional deep diving over the past 15 or so years, and all of that, I can't speak for anybody but myself, but I resisted a lot of that introspection because it was quite painful. And now that we have Pluto in Aquarius and that energy is not so intense, I feel personally able to reevaluate some of these traumas in my own situation and work through them in a more positive way than I could have before when they were just too intense. So if you are a Gem rising who is considering starting some kind of therapy or starting some kind of active deep analysis, I encourage you to do it because it's only going to be for the better. And I resisted for a long time. I put it off for various reasons, and I feel so much better now that I've begun a process of active healing. So just a little tip out there for the other Gem risings that are watching this. Now on April 25th, Mercury will go direct. So it's still in Aries, it's still in your 12th house, but it's now direct. The energy is no longer retrograde. So this is actually sparking more dynamic conversations and bringing up innovative ideas within your social circles. We're still in the 11th house here, and this can lead to some exciting collaborations or some networking opportunities. Now, as we get towards the end of the month, Venus, or the Empress, also moves on and joins the Sun in Taurus. So here, this may evoke a period of introspection and subconscious exploration. We're back in this 12th house energy again. This can prompt you to focus on your hidden desires. You are seeking emotional fulfillment, but at this point, you need to focus on actually maybe indulging yourself a little bit. Like I said, back to this healing energy. Work on giving yourself some self-love and some pleasure, some self-care, working on things that are going to make you feel comfortable. Taurus is the sign of comfort. This is the comfort zone. This is a grounded space. And for you, it being in your 12th house, you may feel a lot more grounded when you are alone or inside or isolated or not having a lot of excess external stimulation. Venus is there, and at the very next day, the last thing I want to talk about for this video is Mars. On the 30th of April, Mars also enters Aries, joining Mercury in your 11th house, and Mars is raw energy. Mars is the tower. It is just like a surge of lightning, like that lightning bolt in the card. Mars brings energy. So Mars coming into that 11th house is bringing that energy. It is energizing your social activism. It is motivating you towards assertive pursuits of collective goals and ambitions. This is a time for you to just plug in like the Energizer Bunny and go, go, go in making friends, in being a leader, in group situations, and in showing up and showing what hidden talents you might have to show off, Gemini rising. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.